5 questions to ask yourself when dealing with failure. There's no denying the fact that when one experiences failure, it can be a crushing and depressing experience. Everyone has experienced moments of failure when the skies were so dark that they could not even see a single silver lining in any of the clouds. Sometimes, it's because we don't look hard enough. But we're all human, and it's okay to be down for a while. When we say for a while, we mean taking a few days or even a week to recover. During this period, there are 5 important questions you must ask yourself. It would be an excellent idea to write each question down on paper and answer it in as much detail as possible. 1. What caused the failure? While it's easy to point blame at others and unforeseen events, and sometimes you might be right, it's important to know what caused it. This will shed light on any areas that you may have overlooked. Like Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So, you must pick up the lessons from the failure, and rest assured, every failure has lessons within it if you look hard enough. 2. Could I have fixed it? You know what they say, hindsight is 20/20. When you look back on a failure, it's easy to feel stupid, because people often feel that they should have seen it coming. However, this is often not true because we can only operate with the knowledge that we had at the time. So, after failure, we're often wiser. If there were things that you could have fixed to prevent the failure, now you know what you need to do, and you can try again. That's fantastic. You only fail when you quit, but now you have the knowledge to come back stronger and better. In situations where you really could not have done anything different, then you should just come to terms that life has dealt you a difficult hand. For example, the millions of restaurant businesses that started in early 2020 only to be told to shut down because of the COVID pandemic. There's very little that these businesses could do differently. It's not always your fault, and if you couldn't do anything about it, there's no need to be so hard on yourself. 3. Did I do my best? Sometimes, we sabotage ourselves. Nowhere is this more evident than with people who are trying to lose weight. They may struggle for a month or 2 to eat right, and suddenly they slip up for weeks and gain back all the weight they've lost. They could have prevented their failure, but they didn't. It's important to understand why you're sabotaging yourself. Very often, it's due to ingrained patterns and habits within us. Once you understand the behavior loop, you'll be able to break the loop and act differently. John Assaraf's book, Inner Size, is excellent reading if you're in this situation where you're causing yourself to fail. 4. What are my options now? After failure, it's important to look at where you stand. Are you deep in debt or are your finances stable? Has your reputation suffered? How's your health? In most cases, you'll find that most consequences of failure can be remedied with time. Even in cases where there is massive debt, you can find a way to work to pay them off. It won't be easy, but the failure is not fatal. It's just painful, but one has to move past it. 5. What's next? The 5th and final question is simple. What will you do next? Setting new goals or changing your approach after failure will help to motivate you and lift your spirits. Henry Ford was famous for saying, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again. This time more intelligently." It doesn't matter if your naysayers are laughing or saying they told you so. Those who never make mistakes in their lives usually never try anything new and sit happily in their comfort zone, and by default, they've failed. Always remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Armed with this knowledge, now you know that you can try again and do better this time. Your dream doesn't have an expiration date. Keep trying. Success will be inevitable. Thanks. Welcome to my channel. If you're a new visitor, kindly subscribe to my channel and check out my other video. Don't forget to share and like.